Hello, my name is Scott Lastova, and I will be speaking about the Shwedagon Pagoda. To begin, the people that the Shwedagon Pagoda is sacred to live in the country of Myanmar. This site is the most important Burmese Buddhist pilgrimage site, and therefore is very busy and a very populated site. It is sacred to the Buddhist people of the country of Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. The people of the Buddhist faith outside of Myanmar, as well as tourists from all over the world, come to see the Shwedagon Pagoda. Monks are everywhere. They worship and live inside of the sacred site's walls. The Shwedagon Pagoda is rich in history. Legend has it that in the late 14th century, two brothers from Yangon, a city in Myanmar, were gifted 8 hair relics by the most powerful Buddha, Gautama. The two brothers were the first Buddhist followers and took the 8 hair relics and enshrined them inside of the pagoda, or a large structure, now known as the Shwedagon Pagoda. There are many cultural influences that affected the beginnings of the Shwedagon Pagoda. Early on, 3 different languages and cultures, known as the Mon, Pali, and Burmese, all had their interpretations of the same story regarding the two brothers. Multiple cultures all over the Myanmar landscape had their viewpoint of the story that started the Shwedagon sacred site, and they all came together to create one solidified origin. The Shwedagon site has changed over time with the need for rebuilding, and there are many physical influences. There have been physical disasters including a major earthquake in 1769, several smaller earthquakes in the 20th century, and a major fire in 1931. Additional temples were built in the Shwedagon site for a gifted Singu's bell and 3 carved stones containing the site's tale of origin. The beliefs of the Burmese Buddhists are built on the Four Noble Truths and the ultimate goal of achieving a state of nirvana and liberation. They believe in rebirth of oneself after death. Devotional practices at the site vary, but almost always include the lighting of a candle and leaving an offering. 90% of the Myanmar population are Buddhist. There are many ethnicities in and throughout the country, including groups of Bamars, San, Karen, Mon, Chinese, Indian, Rohingya, and they all worship the Shwedagon Pagoda. People from different countries migrate to Myanmar hundreds of years ago, creating a melting pot and making Burmese Buddhists very diverse and ethnic. The Shwedagon site sits higher than any other structure in Yangon, making it a place where you can go to be closer to the heavens. The presence of the hair relics at this site tie the Burmese Buddhists directly to the most revered Buddha and sacred teacher, the Gautama. The 99-meter height of the pagoda symbolizes the people's pride for their culture and sacred site. The Shwedagon is located in a densely wooded area, and the main structure is very tall and can be seen from very far distances. It is a stupta, or a mound-like round building containing relics. The Shwedagon is encrusted with 7,000 diamonds, rubies, topaz, and sapphires, while one giant emerald is positioned to reflect the last rays of the setting sun. Around the main structure, the site has other smaller buildings and living quarters for monks. The weather and climate in Yangon can reach 90 to 100 degrees during summer and is very rainy and wet, reaching temperatures from 80 to 90 degrees during the monsoon season. A very important part to the Shwedagon is its religious geography. 2 of the inscribed tablets agree that the Shwedagon fell into neglect due to the Buddhism decline after the death of the Buddha. The lost monument in Yangon was restored only after missionaries from India and monks re-established the Buddhism religion in the region. The Burmese Buddhists would add and take away buildings in the Shwedagon site based on the current religious needs and wants. Impact on the physical and cultural landscape. The Shwedagon Pagoda is now a pilgrimage destination for Buddhists in Myanmar as well as Buddhism followers worldwide. The Shwedagon brings multiple ethnicities together of all economic statuses and establishes a sense of community and country pride. Here are some maps of the sacred site. On the left, there is an aerial view of the city of Yangon, surrounding the large gold structure which is the Shwedagon Pagoda. On the right, there is a map of the country of Myanmar, which is located in Southeast Asia. The city marked Yangon, that borders the Andaman Sea, is Myanmar's most populated city and is where the Shwedagon Pagoda was built. There is much controversy and conflict surrounding the Shwedagon. In the 17th and 18th centuries, kings would threaten to take away the hair relics, as well as looters and thieves would try to steal the relics and other artifacts. There has always been a lingering conflict between ethnic groups over the Shwedagon. Currently, a military regime has been plaguing Myanmar's government. As a symbol of freedom, the Shwedagon Pagoda has been a place of protest for citizens and monks who oppose the military regime and strive for a democratic society. It is a pity that the Gautama Buddha is no longer here to utter a prophecy that could instruct and reassure the people about Myanmar's future. There are many personal reasons why I chose the Shwedagon Pagoda. What impelled me the most and drew me towards choosing this sacred site in Myanmar was the fact that I had multiple immigrants from Myanmar that attended my high school. I played on the high school soccer team with many of them and wanted to learn more about their culture and ethnicity. In addition, my freshman year at the University of Maryland, I took an English class. It was very compelling and had a lot of Buddhism culture. I found the religion to be very interesting. Due to this project and my research on the Shwedagon, I have gained respect and appreciation for different cultures and sacred spaces. People who are devoted to their religion, like the people of Myanmar are to the Buddhist faith, treasure their sacred relics and sites. No matter how poor or wealthy an individual is, people like the Burmese Buddhists would do anything for their religion and sacred space. In the end, I have come to the understanding that people's attitudes towards their sacred spaces do not change with wealth. A lot of the country's money can go to their sacred sites. I hope you enjoyed my presentation on the Shwedagon Pagoda. Here are some more pictures of the sacred site.